Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Anga205, and today I will be teaching you guys how to make your own Minecraft server. This is going to be a tutorial for 1.15.2 because, well, servers for snapshots aren't that common, and honestly, why would you want those anyways? But I'll be teaching you how to set up your own server, how to make LAN players join your server. Alright, so first thing you guys want to do is you want to go to minecraft.net and whatever slash download server, and it should take you to this page where you need to download this file. It is a server.jar file, and when you finally do download it into your computer, it should get saved either onto your desktop or onto downloads. And towards the end of the download, it will ask you a question like this type of file can harm your computer. Do you want to keep it? You need to type keep, and that should save it into your Windows file explorer. So we'll be going on to there. Now, as you guys can see, we do have server.jar saved onto downloads. For me, it's downloads. For you, it might be desktop. But for most computers, default is downloads. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna select it, and then we're gonna copy it or cut it, whatever you want to do. But I've decided to copy it. Now this server is going to be by default a 1.15.2 server. So you want to go to desktop or anywhere else, and you want to create a new file. Or rather a new folder. So just like this, you want to name it to whatever will help you remember that this is where your server is stored. So we're gonna go into Minecraft server, and we're gonna paste our server.jar. Then what you want to do is you want to right click and open it. As soon as you do that, or at least in a bit of time, if your computer is a bit slow, it's automatically gonna put these files onto your computer: eula.text, logs. You don't need to check logs, but eula.text and server.properties are important files. So if you open server.properties, you will see that that a new notepad has opened up onto your computer. So on server.properties, you will see that there are all of these basically settings on your Minecraft world. So for me specifically, I want command blocks to be enabled, so I'll be setting this to true. You don't really want to touch things like game mode, difficulty, because these are all things that game mode will set is basically the default game mode which people will be as soon as they join the server, but you don't really need that. Query port is just your default, so you don't need to touch that either. Generator settings and IP address, like over here, server IP, you don't need to touch that either unless you have port forwarded it. Level seed will be generated by default, similar to how when you generate a new world, it's going to change itself. MOTD. MOTD is the server text. Basically, if somebody puts your server on their server list, then this text, that is a Minecraft server, will appear. So right now we're going to change this to whatever. You can change this to really whatever text that you want. Just keep it less than 128 letters. So I'm going to be changing it to anything anything that I want. For me, it's just something that you should really do right now. And then we're going to be doing Control S of file and save. And next we're going to be closing this because we no longer need this, but do not delete this file. Next thing that you will see is the eula.txt. Now what you want to do with this is you want to open it, and that should open the txt file onto your computer. So this is what your eula.text should look like. Now, if you want, you can just go read the Minecraft end user license agreement, which is what EULA stands for. And if you want your server to run, then you need to change this false to true. Or if you don't set it to true, then it will automatically close as soon as it opens. Now what you want to do is you want to save the file, so save it, and then you can close it. Now what you want to do on this same file, you want to go to server.jar and run it again for the second time, and this should actually turn on your server, as we will see in a few minutes. So as you can see, our Minecraft server has started up. It's not actually started as we cannot yet connect to the Minecraft server, but this is all the information about the Minecraft server of it loading up. Here you can see how much memory it is using, the average tick, which since the server is offline is just going to be 0 for now. And you don't need to really pay attention to these warnings because these are just default from Minecraft. So as we can see, the spawn area is getting prepared, and as this is happening, you will see if you open your file explorer that these files, these new files, banned IPs, banned players, ops, these are pretty self-explanatory. Like banned players is gonna include all the information about players that are banned on your server. Then world is basically a Minecraft world which is gonna be generated by default. All of these things will generate themselves on their own. You don't need to do anything to set these up. And as soon as a player joins, your server can be up and running without any issues. So I'm going to be now teaching you how to connect to your locally hosted server. So now as you can see, our server is up, and now I'll be teaching you how to join it, obviously, as I said earlier. First, I'll be teaching you how to join a Minecraft server from your own computer, which is hosted on your own computer. This is the same computer where I'm hosting the Minecraft server. So first you go to multiplayer, you go to direct connect, and then you type 0 and join. You should see that it starts connecting to the server, and slowly it will log in. And mind you, you need to have a premium account for this to happen. And now we have connected to our Minecraft server. Now I'm just gonna go open up that same file, and over here I'm going to click and type /op anga205. And now we can see that over here it has made anga205 a server operator. And same we see over here when it says made anga205 a server operator. So first thing I'm going to do is time set day, because nighttime is just horrible, and so that you can also see. And game mode C. Oh god, creative. And there we go. So now we have established how to connect to it, but there are a few other ways to connect to the server. There is 127.0.0.1. This should also connect you to your Minecraft server. And as you can see, now we are again connected to the same server. Now I'm going to disconnect, and another way to connect is using local host join server. Now any one of these three will allow you to connect to your Minecraft server. Now another reason why you might want to connect to it is if it's a different computer from a different from the same LAN network. So if you're trying to connect to another computer which is on the same LAN network, then what you want to do is, I'm just going to disconnect from this, and I'm going to start recording once another computer has started up a server on my LAN network. So if you want to connect to a locally hosted server that is hosted on the same LAN network, that is the same Wi-Fi network as you, then what you need to do is you need to open command prompt. How you open command prompt is very simple. You just go to Windows search bar by pressing start, and then type cmd.exe, and it should open command prompt. Now over here, you type ipconfig. In this exact same way, you type ipconfig and press enter. Now this should give you the configuration of your IP, and what you really need over here is your IPv4 address. So you can go ahead and memorize that. It's going to be different for everyone, for every computer that's connected to the network. For me also it's quite different. We're going to go ahead and copy that for the computer that the server is being hosted on, and then I'm going to go ahead and close command prompt. So once the server is up on another computer on the same LAN network, what you want to do is you want to do direct connect and type the IPv4 address and click on join server. This will allow you to join the specific server which is being hosted externally. Now, if you want people connected to a different Wi-Fi network to connect to your Minecraft server, then what you need to do is you need to port forward your network, and that is explained in many different videos by several other YouTubers. To port forward, you can just search up on YouTube how to port forward my network. But and if you guys want me to explain it, that's a video for another time. All right. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and tell your friends about this channel. Good. Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face, tell me that you love me.